Hey guys, so today we're gonna try a camera, and I've been filming all my videos with just basically little iPhones. But today I got a vlogging camera from um, Thinkware. It's a Snap G. It's got a gimbal on it, so let's give it a shot. All right, so I'm pretty excited to open up this Snap G camera and give it a shot. I've been using my iPhone for pretty much everything, for all my vlogs and all my videos and things like that. So I'm really excited about trying a real camera for the most part. I mean, your iPhone is a real camera, but I mean, this has got this gyro stabilizer thing, which I think it's going to work great. I was originally looking for a car-mounted car camera to do some vlogging of my trips, but this is even better when I saw this. So I'm going to, I think I'm really going to like this. So let's see what it comes with. Here's the camera itself, and I think it's pretty cool. It's got this screen here, 2-inch screen, and this gyro thing, which is pretty cool. You can see it moving around. Let's see what else comes in the box. The packaging is really nice. This box almost looks like a fabric-y thing. Right. First, so it uses USB-C cables for recharging. Looks like this is a case, protector case, and a handle if you want to put a handle on it. Okay, so here is, these are the filters things for your plugs to reduce the noise associated with the power ports and things like that. So this tries to reduce that noise. Alright, directions. You always need directions. And a battery. So you could actually get replacement batteries, but the pack that I have is only one battery, but there's a 2-pack. Let's see if the battery comes charged or not. All right, that's cool. Looks like we'll need to set it up, and I think this is a touch screen. Let's read the directions to see how to set this up, and let's give it a shot. We'll see what else there is. Okay, looks like this is the USB port, and here's a slot for a micro SD card, and that's what I'm going to be using. That's one thing I really hate about this phone that I'm using right now to record this part, is that transferring data from the PC from the phone to the PC kind of sucks. If you guys ever did it, you know it really sucks. Let's take off this protective film. All right. So you can set the date and things like that. Okay, so you see it is a touch screen. So we're 2023. Okay, what month is it? It is June. It's June 16th. All right, so it's looking at my monitor, but see the battery's low. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge this up, and then we're going to come back and take a look at it after we charge up the battery. All right, so the light turned off, so I assume that means it's fully charged. So let's power it up and take a look at it. All right, so you see it. Let me pull it up. Let me look. Here's my screen, and that's what you're seeing there. Nothing interesting there, but we'll test it out in the field. But you can see as you're turning this, it wants to stay still. It wants to stay locked on the monitors. Okay, so I have no SD card. I'm gonna have to put in an SD card before I try it out, of course. But anyway, so you put in the micro SD there. Looks like that's the microphone right there. But there's also an external microphone input, which I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get a wireless mic. And here's a little threaded thing for your tripod. And let me just take a look at that. Oops. You don't want to put any pressure on this thing right there if you could avoid it. Pretty cool. Okay, so screw it onto a tripod. That'll work too. Let's see what else before we get started. Okay, so there's a trigger right here, and this trigger is also, that's you. Oh, all right, there. If you push it 3 times, it turns around. That's me. Push it 3 times. So that's handy when you're vlogging yourself. If you're going down a path or something like that, you could use that feature. Let's see. What else is there? Okay, so there's a follow mode where it'll follow your face. Pan. Okay, so let's... Alright, okay. So when you're trying to just do a little bit of adjustment, a little up, little down, you could use this joystick. Alright. That's a lot better than moving the whole camera. So think of this as like a mini camcorder that you used to have back in the days. You know, with your camera, you had to kind of keep your arm steady and move it around. But this, you don't have to be that steady. And your picture, you can see the picture is pretty stable, even though I'm going up and down. So let's put in an SD card. And the next recording you'll see, I'll be using this camera instead of the camera right behind us. All right, we're giving this camera a test. We're going to walk through the neighborhood. As I turn, you see how slowly the camera turns? It's not a really quick pan, so that's great. You know, it's like a professional pan. It's not like a real fast thing. And you see it's still catching up. I'll turn and I'll stop, and it'll still catch up. Let's try the selfie mode. So I push the button 3 times, and there it is. It turns back towards me, and then you see the slow pan. All right, see, so it takes a while for it to pan over so it doesn't break your neck while you're watching or anything like that. Let's go back. We'll check out the trail. Yeah, definitely, as you're walking, I can see that the camera is very stable. Let's turn around, walk this way. This is really cool. I really like this camera with this gimbal. This gimbal. I've been calling it a gyro thing, but I think it's called a gimbal. But anyways, I think that's working great. So let's test it in my van. Hey guys, so I have this camera set up on the tripod, and I also have it on this facial recognition mode. So you guys know I do my camp builds in my camper van, and I have it on facial recognition, so it should kind of follow me where I go if I'm pointing things out and moving over here. So before I would have to jump off and move the camera to the next location, but if this is going to follow me, I'm not going to need a cameraman anymore. So that's pretty good. All right, so let's test the microphone, and as I walk around the car, I'm going to keep talking to see how well the microphone picks up my voice. I'm going to go around the front. Over here, I'm at the front of the car, side of the car, coming around. Let's see how well the microphone picks me up while I was walking around the car. A little microphone test. Okay, next up, I want to test this camera in drive mode with the vibration of the car bouncing around and things like that to see how well it works and how stable I am when I'm talking. But not just that, we need to see how stable the road is while I'm driving. And right now I'm just holding it with my hands. I'm going to mount it up onto something, of course. But this is me panning across the screen. And you can see it's a slow pan. It's not going real fast. So that's going to provide for a good even transition. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so for our final comparison, on the right I have my iPhone, on the left it's the Snap G camera, and this is a look at the difference between the two. For the most part, I mean, I'm happy with the iPhone picture. I just want something a little bit more versatile in a filming camera. So overall, I'm very impressed with this little camera. I think it's pretty cool. I looked at the video, and definitely this is clearer than my iPhone 13 mini. The microphone works great. It works better than my iPhone mini too. I know when I walk away, it gets pretty weak on the iPhone, but this picked up my voice pretty well. So I think I'm going to be using this more often on my van builds and my vlogs and things like that. So I'll leave a link in the description if you're interested in this. This is the Snap G vlogging camera with the gimbal on it. So I'll leave a link.